Alright, welcome to the first game of, or my first game of GPA, playing Red Blue Polymorph against Hervor, who's also on Polymorph, although they're playing on Temur version, which actually just means that they're splashing some green cards for the sideboard. Main board's mostly the same, although their main board cheat target is not Tyrant Tributes, it's Dredgeline Colossus. Yeah, I mean, this is mostly just a mirror match, and that's going to be very interesting because I think in a mirror match, it's basically the first person who taps out loses. I have mentioned how this deck plays a lot like Twin, in that it's a tempo deck that has a 4 mana win the game button. Okay, I'm on the play, which is nice, and this hand there's no early threats and has the Tyrant of Tribute stuck in hand. And it also has no early answers. I think I mulligan this. Okay, this hand is risky, but very rewarding if it works out. I think I keep this. And I bottom the Void Flare, I think. Right, yeah, I bottom the Void Flare because I don't really have anything to Void Flare early. I will need to fetch I need to fetch the Painland, which will hurt a bit. It could matter because we both have Burn in our decks. So this will come down to life will matter in this matchup unless one of us gets a polymorph off. But like the life provides a buffer for us to just hold stuff up and do nothing until we get the polymorph. Turn Mystery of the Crashcraft is basically a perfect opener. Let's see if our opponent also has the turn 1 mystery. If they don't, then that's really good for me because now I'm immediately okay. Seems like no, they have cantrip. Okay, yeah. So apparently we have the threat on board, and they're on. So we're on the beatdown right now. Is that how it works? Well, basically they're the ones who are forced to do something, and we're the ones who can just sit back and attack. So technically, I guess we're the control. I'm not sure how the who's on the beatdown actually works. And so now I actually have to tap out because I won't be holding up anything anyways. That means they can resolve a Paul next turn if they really want to. Okay, so do I care about any of those cards? No, I'm looking for lands. So just bomb, bin those two, draw a Cosmic Sinkhole, smack him for 1, and play Ares Pillar and pass. So I am getting punished for putting 1 Ares Pillar in my deck because now it's a tap land, and that throws me off my curve. But at least I got a land. Like, it could have been worse. I could have just got massacred. So if they play out Paul, I guess I'm just not dealing with... Oh, they're holding up Portal Factor. Cool, I can just sit back and relax now. Yeah, so this is fetching probably a red land, and I can also end up turn here with you. If they do that, what do I do? Do I counter that? I can also just hold a Portal Factor plus Cosmic. Yeah, that's probably better. I can just sit back and relax because I have the threat on board right now. In the turn here with you, yep, Cosmic Sinkhole. If they try to Void Flare Epsilon, I will use Portal Factor on it just to tap them out for a turn. If they try to kill this thing with anything that costs more, then okay, they're just going to hold, which makes sense. And island, okay, yeah, that's nice. I do get I get the mana that I need, and I will fetch now just so that no shenanigans happen in response to me being not having mana because I'm fetching. So what do I do now? Do I want to get Paul out, or do I want to hold up Portal Factor plus enough mana for Cosmic Sinkhole? Do I need to get Paul out right now? I mean, Paul does loot a bit, which is advantage, but I think I'll just hold on to mana right now. Okay, let me make. Huh. Oops. Okay, what? Okay, so copy of this guy, and yeah, I will tap out to protect Epsilon. All right, yeah, I guess that they got me. But they just waste 2 Void Flares on Epsilon instead of face, and they don't have a creature right now, so I think I'm actually kind of safe. Like I still have the board advantage. The Monkey Shine resolves. Hopefully I get Cosmic Sinkhole off the top. Hope these two guys are both bad, so I bottom them. A card, Nebula. Okay, that's not useful either. So yeah, let's see what they have. Good news about their deck is that, or I guess about both our decks, is that, or good for the point of the deck, is that we can't actually get creatures out at instant speed on 3 unless unless the opponent wants us to. Like we have no way of creating we have no way of creating creature tokens at instant speed. Okay, do I? Yeah, I'm gonna attack down Paul because I think the card advantage will matter. So smack Paul. Now let's see what they discard. I just see. Alright. I think now I play Paul and plus. Or no, is that a bad idea? I mean that means Paul can just their Paul can kill my Paul and then I'd have to discard something. Yeah, that's fine actually. And what do I draw? Redo. Alright, that's good. I'll leave that up as a counter spell. I think at this point, if they play here with you, I will let them have the tokens because I don't really want to give them cards for Paul. They're going on the offense with Paul. Yeah, that makes sense. They can kill my Paul, and then if they do that, what do I do? Guess just discard mystery. Yeah, I do want to hold on to the redo. And I can start attacking with my paw while my tokens hit their paw, so they're forced to discard every turn. So I have to key that, right? Yeah. And do they have Rogar's Red in the yard? No, they don't. Alright, yeah, this guy's dying, and I discard Mystery of the Crashcraft. I can't actually protect this guy with Redo if they have a Void Flare, though. So, or Sear Flash. So, yeah, Paul dies, and, okay, so I can attack their Paul, and that discards their last card. Void Flare. Okay, so I can also permanently kill Paul, and then we'll be pretty much even. And, yeah, the last card up there, they're just not going to, yeah, that makes sense. But I still have 3 tokens on board, and now they're on the back foot. They're just going to pass. Alright, in that case, I'm more than happy to do nothing while I chip down their health. I play Mountain and pass. Like, having more mana is useful. In case I need to pay for Portal Factors. Well, yeah, in case I need to pay for Portal Factors on my Polymorph effects. They just play a land and pass. Okay, well, they do only have 4 turns before they die, so they are on a clock. Not a very fast clock, but it doesn't really matter because as long as I have more counterspell than they have answers, I can just take all the time in the world. Yeah, I'll play Wayfarer's Shrine. And I'll fetch out the last island, like eventually. Actually, I should just fetch soon, in case I don't, so that I don't accidentally draw my last basic. The yeah, that's useful for them. But they find a bunch of Space Oddies. I think they're probably taking the Portal Factor. Space Oddie with no creatures on board probably isn't great for them. Unless they're missing, unless they exactly have a creature in hand, or a token maker in hand. They're gonna take Space Oddity. Huh, interesting. So they would need Space Oddity plus a token plus some counterspell backup. Which they could have. If they have 3 cards in hand. If they exactly have that, then they will be able to get the Space Oddity off. But it doesn't even insta-kill me because I can just kill them with White Flare the next turn if they go low enough. Plays, Monkey Shines. Yeah, that's useful. Did I play this? Yeah, why not? Let's see what's on top. Portal Factor. Yeah, those are pretty useful cards. At this point, I just want counter spells. I like tons and tons of counter spells so that they can't ever resolve anything. They are dead to another swing plus the Void Flare. If they want to Sorcery Speed Polymorph, then they're not going to be able to do that. Pass again. Okay, that's fine. And I'll swing. Are they just going to go down to 1? They will. Okay, well, once they tap out, Void Flare kills them. They're still just going to wait. Forest. Okay. GG. Okay, I see. They took Space Oddity and did not find Creature Token Maker. That sucks for them. Alright, sideboard. I bring in the counter spells. Do I want to go into Dredgeline Colossus? I think I still stick with Tyrant Tributes. This feels better to play. I take out one of the Polymorphs because this is not a matchup where I want to fight over Polymorphs. This is a matchup where I don't want to have too many Polymorphs because they're dead cards beyond the first one. Because I'm never playing this thing unless I can make for sure resolve it. Is Forbidden Treasure useful? Okay, Crest is useful because it actually answers the Dredgeline Colossus. Doesn't do much else though, so I probably don't want it. Forbidden Treasure is whatever, I think. This matchup really isn't a Forbidden Treasure matchup. Like, it hard counters something, but actually it does hit most of the stuff. Yeah, sure, I'll put it in. It does hit most of the stuff in the deck, and it's easier on the mana than Redo. One more cut. Guess I cut, the burn spells. No, that feels wrong. Okay, maybe I cut Bite at Sea. But it's a good late game catch-up card. I cut a Sear actually, yeah, sure. I mean, basically all my cards kill everything they have, so I don't need the Sear Flash as much. Like, it's probably gonna come back to bite me, but Paul's the only thing that doesn't die to the burn spells, and that's only Paul if it survives turn. And I don't really feel like using Sear Flash on Paul if I don't have to. I don't think I need this many Forbidden Treasures. I don't want to go down counter spells though. Yeah, this seems like a good hand. I have turn 1 Monkey Shines and then just hold up stuff until I get Paul resolved. Yeah, I'll keep it. And I think I'll name 3 colors on the Nebula because in case I need it for a Cosmic Sinkhole later. And I just hope that the 1 damage won't come back to bite me. We got turn 1 Mystery, that's a problem. Do I have a way to deal with that? Not really right now. And I don't really want to play Paul 1 behind, but I can't exactly afford to hold up counter spells either. Do I hold up Spell Pierce for Paul? No, I can't afford to do that. That's just playing to lose. So these 2 guys. Hervor Dude actually gets me back into the game. Yeah, I'll keep these guys. Yeah, her. So they smack me for 1, and they pass. Yeah, so they're holding a counter spell. Next turn they can do the same thing that they did to me or the same thing that I did to them last game, which is play a cantrip and then play a counter spell end of turn. Fortunately, there's not much I can do to prevent that, so I will just pass. If they okay, they don't tap out for here with you. They will tap out main phase for. What do I do if they flip mystery? I can't kill it immediately, which is a problem. I can't take advantage of the fact that they're tapped out except to play Paul, which insta-dies to their flipped mystery. I guess I can do like Paul into Spell Pierce. That's not useful though. Alright, show me this Portal Factor. Forbidden Treasure? Okay, it could have been worse. How would reveal library? Alright, so now I lose a hero with these, but like those cards didn't really matter anyways. So now I'm looking to top deck a removal spell so I can kill the flipped mystery before they untap. If I can't kill it, then I'm in huge trouble. If I do kill it, if they have Polymorph effect in hand, I need to keep up 2 counter spells. That's not good. Okay, they let it. Yep, it happens. Get the mystery, get this thing flipped, and I don't have a removal spell. Cool. How did I beat? So I just play Paul and hold up a Spell Pierce. Hope that it works out. These guys kill Paul, I just discard a land if they do that. But I'm definitely not in a very commanding position right now. Right. Do I just discard Forbidden Treasure? Like, I don't need this many Forbidden Treasures. And I might need the lands later on. I'll pitch a Forbidden Treasure. But if they kill Paul, I just discard the mountain. Paul is probably getting back something. Because it's not surviving for much. Or if it dies, then I can only plus it. They know I have a Spell Pierce, so I doubt they're going to play into it. Alright, Paul survives. Do they want to use a removal spell to kill it? They probably do. Yep. And they pass. Alright, I need to draw into some action right now. Tyrant Tributes is opposite to that. I guess I fetch out Crossfire Geysers now. How do I deal with this? I can't even sneak in a Polymorph because I don't have the cards for it. I think I'm boarding up Forbidden Treasure next game. I mean, too many counter spells and not enough early things is how you lose the game. And like I only have 7 threats in the deck. This is the 4 mysteries and 3 Pauls. Otherwise, I'm just doing nothing. The entire game just hinges on whether I can get out the threat early. I should probably be hard mulliganing for mystery in this matchup, especially when I'm on the play. Bias C. Alright, do I counter that? I guess I do. Yeah. I don't really want to have anything, like, I don't want them to have more tokens than they need to. If they want to fight over this thing, then, right, so that's what they have. Cool. So I am still safe against Space Oddity. Not that it really matters right now because they have way too many creatures on board. It seems like they boarded in their Solar Hatching and boarded out some copies of, I can't really tell. Did they board out Monkey Shines? No, they haven't. Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with their deck to know how exactly they boarded. I think they probably took out some numbers of redos, which makes sense because that thing's hard to cast. Seek Prophecy. Well, that's a start. If they want to counter this, then you might guess. Okay, so they do let it happen. None of these guys are good. All right, how do I win this? I need to take Space Oddity and hope to top deck a creature. Your Space Oddity and hope to top deck. No, it doesn't help because they actually have a counter spell in hand. Portal Factor doesn't help me either. I take Space Oddity and pray, I guess. They're just going to swing out with their entire board. I take 5. They pass, which can't do anything about that. Another Seek Prophecy. Alright, what do you flip this time? Oh, hey, at least a blocker. That's something at least. Now I'm like kind of tapped out against Space Oddity and friends. But whatever. I've already kind of lost at this point. So I need to block with the alien on Epsilon or something. So I survive at 2 life. They probably have a burn spell though. They're swinging out. Yeah, I need to jump here, go down to 2. Can you kill me now? Not exactly, but you're pretty close. But I could have jumped. I need to not block there because I needed to space, and it wasn't possible anyways. Alright, Paul, what do you have? That's not useful. Am I just dead? You have a burn spell, right? Alright, so the interesting thing here is at least I can fight this. Of course, I'm still dead, but at least I can still fight it. That's what I have another counter spell. Oh, alright, I'm dead. So yeah, that just shows how play draw dependent this matchup is. So I guess I am boarding it back. It's Sear Flesh. That was a disaster. I don't want to have too many counter spells. I think this is probably a good mix. I don't want to have too many copies of Sear Flesh because they do nothing if my opponent has nothing on board. And they have Tyrant Tributes, so like Crest doesn't actually help me. If they get Tyrant on board, then I'm already screwed. But I'm going to be on a play on game 3, so at least I have that advantage going for me. Like I said, I'm prepared to mulligan hard into Mystery of the Crashcraft because that's basically the best way for me to push my advantage. I guess since they're on green, they can technically board in Nature's Claim, but I doubt they want to. In board in Fungal Swath, which is 2 mana, blow up my thing and draw a card. This hand's not good. Oh, this hand does nothing. Do I have to keep this anyways? Well, I have turn 1 Spell Pierce on their Mystery, so I think I keep this. Because it didn't do absolutely nothing. I get to just go, I get to be head on the counter spell curve, and then I just have to hope to draw into something useful. I got Rogar's Frenzy in case I don't find anything useful. Yeah, I guess I keep this. And I bombed the Space Oddity, right? No, I bombed the Forbidden Treasure. Alright, so naming 3 colors with Nebula. No, why I'm doing that? Could it, because it could slightly matter, and I think the 1 life is worth the possibility of Ninko for 3 in the future. Alright, so yeah, show me the turn 1. Nope, they're not going to do that. Alright, so I have to let it resolve. I just wasted my turn 1. This is fetching Crossfire Geysers. If they do nothing, I'm just going to end up turn Rogar's Frenzy. So that I can get, so I have something to do on turn 3. They're gonna miss. Okay, yeah, this is definitely getting countered. If it's Cosmic Synco backed up, and okay, yeah, I can pay for that. It's actually a good exchange for me. Why did they do that though? Did they not realize I had enough mana for that? Alright, whatever. I have my own mystery now. Cool. Alright. Yeah, time to push my advantage. Prophecy. Yeah, that happens. And they're probably taking Portal Factor off the top. Unless no, they take Monkey Shines. Interesting. That signals that they probably have enough Portal Factors in hand. But they're tapping out for Paul. Well, guess what's getting countered? Where is it? Crossfire Geysers, Portal Factor. And yeah, guess what? Guess who's, or no, I can't Space Oddity unless I draw a land next turn. Oh well, that's convenient. Yeah, guess who's getting Space Oddity'd? Make sure to just smack them for 1 just in case. And yep, got the turn 4 Polymorph because our opponent tapped out. Do I flip a Seek Prophecy? Nice. So yeah, have fun with that. I think this probably puts them far enough behind where they just kind of die. They can't really deal with Tyrant Tributes. They need to use 2 removal spells to kill it. And if they don't kill it, then they're taking 6 a turn. So I think I'm very far ahead in the lead right now. We just pass because they can't really do much right now. And Paul. Yeah, smack them for a bunch of damage. Play Paul if they want to counter it. I doubt that they do. And I'll discard the Nebula. Rogar's Frenzy dealing 3 damage could be useful. Go with you. Card their tokens. I want to give them more cards. I think I'm fine with giving them tokens right now. Because the Tyrant Tribute just flies over all their tokens anyways. They can't Polymorph right now either. They can kill Paul, but that's whatever. They need, okay, yeah. If they kill Tyrant Tributes, then I guess they technically have something to do with the tokens. I have enough in the tank where I can just win at a normal pace afterwards. Like, I don't need my Polymorph target to win the game by itself. I just needed to put me far enough ahead where the rest of my deck can win the game for me. Blowing up half my opponent's mana base and putting a 6/6 into play is pretty close to that. Pass. Is there anything in turn they can do? Not really. Just gonna throw Rogar's Frenzy at their face. Spell Pierce, cool. I guess Paul's getting back Rogar's Frenzy and throwing it at their face again. That doesn't completely kill them yet. You know what? I'll get back Rogar's Frenzy now, just so I can like threaten the 1 life. They're gonna smack me with their elementals, but that doesn't matter. Right, cool. Yeah, they just die here, right? Okay. So it turns out, yeah, my opponent tapped out early, and that completely punished them. I guess they weren't holding any counter spells in hand, and that's why they tapped out, which is an unfortunate draw for this matchup. But yeah, so that's the game. Me getting the draw, like me getting to be on the play two games in this match is probably put me really far ahead because again, this matchup's super play draw dependent. If you're on the play, you get to hold up the 1 mana counter spell before your opponent does, and get down your 1 mana threats before your opponent can. Counter it. Anyways, yeah, so that's first game 1. So yeah, see you next round, I guess.